welcome to Talk About TV, where we talk about all things experiential outdoor hospitality. I'm your host, Michelle Oliver, and every Monday morning, we come to you to share one thing about experiential outdoor hospitality. And as usual, I am delighted to have Randy Hendrickson with us today. And today we are going to address the topic of 71 million accessible things. Okay, is it things or is it that's more than one thing.
Opportunities.
Opportunities. Okay. Let
Opportunities.
me restate that. Today we are going to talk about 71 million accessible opportunities. Randy Hendrickson, welcome to One Thing or 71 Million Things. Share with
So,
us a little bit about what the heck are you talking about?
so easy. You thought it was going to be a short show today. We're going to talk about
Y-
71 million opportunities, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
it sounds like one of those hyperbolic statements where somebody will say, God, I got 71. This is actual hard, realistic math. So to kick it off with, all of you park operators out there, you've got a marketing budget and you're trying to figure out what your marketing spend is with certain publications, digital, print, otherwise, and so are your competitors. So do I have to spend more than they are, or how do I advertise differently? But you're going to be spending money on marketing, but you're competing against everybody else in the industry, or at least in your competitive market set, to try to get your message out there. There's actually an untapped pool of 71 million people you can reach that aren't being reached right now. And what we're addressing here is the accessibility of accommodations, accessible accommodations. 71 million is the latest data of how many people in the US have some form of a limiting disability, primarily a mobility disability, but there are many,
Wow.
many forms of disability. 71 million. The
Oh my
interesting,
goodness.
yeah, the love to spend their time and money at your property. They'd love nothing more. The problem is there's a lack of understanding, I think, in the industry about what it means to be accessible. Accessible is not the same as ADA approved, right? ADA has certain codes. Accessible is an entirely different matter. It just means it has to be friendly towards those with a limiting disability. So, for example, talking about who have to make use of a wheelchair. All right. So that community will often find accommodations that look wonderful, and the website might even say we're ADA friendly. And upon arrival, they find, excuse me, that the accommodations are not what they had in mind. That it's not as they imagined, and so there's huge disappointment. Enter an amazing woman named Lorraine Woodward. Hello, Lorraine. Lorraine Woodward owns a company called Becoming Rentable. So, for anybody who may watch this, becomingrentable.com. Lorraine is a wonderful friend, one of the most amazing people I think I've ever met. You've met her, Michelle. We've had conversations with her. And she's absolutely aligned with our company, Evolve Lodging, on some projects we have collaboratively. But leaving us out of that for now and then focus on the matter at hand, Lorraine Woodward is by far, of all the people I've met in many travels over many years, the definitive resource on what it means to claim that you have accessible lodging at your property. I would strongly admonish anybody out there to give Lorraine a call. Once again, that is becomingrentable.com. What you're going to find is she's got a checklist for you that's going to tell you how accessible your property might be. When you visit with Lorraine, she'll walk you through what it means to be accommodating towards folks with some form of a limiting disability. So when I say 71 million opportunities, those are real numbers. And it's a community that's not being well served by our industry. It never has been well served. That's changing. That's changing dramatically. There's a different social conscious now than there has ever been. There's more of an attitude towards welcoming and inclusion and doing what is right as a business mantra. And also, let's face it, the mathematics are there. If you have 71 million potential people who would love to spend their money with you, if only you will take the extra step to make sure that you have a welcoming accommodation, wonderful things are possible for your property's bottom line, for your property's reputation, and you're doing something that's right for folks who just want to do the same thing that we're doing, right? That's the grandest thing of all. You're doing the right thing for all the right reasons. And I have learned so much for Lorraine in just the last few days about what that truly means in the course of what we're doing with Evolve Lodging. The smallest subtleties that you might easily overlook, they're really pronounced and prevalent. And so when you have an opportunity to reach that kind of bandwidth, you really need to reach out to Lorraine Woodward. She is the absolute definitive authority. And it's interesting because having been around the block, having been around the map, I guess, more likely, for the past umpteen years, if in my former life, I had a property management company. And oftentimes, when I would talk with owners about compliance issues, number one, or just becoming more accessible, it was usually met with, but that's going to cost me money. And if they don't like it, it'll open me up to a lawsuit. I don't want to do it. So some of the accessibility initiatives have been, well, I guess I should, or I guess I have to. Well, what a wonderful change it is in this day and age that that's no longer the case. And it's an open objective for good companies to say, of course we want to do that. That just makes total sense. So the greatest pathway from I'd like to do better and be more to actually having something quantifiable that can reach those people, the bridge is Lorraine Woodward becoming rentable. She is astonishingly gifted, so driven, so passionate about what she does. I mean, we're going to be talking a lot more in future weeks because we do have some incredible things coming down the pike here. So this is just more of an intro just to consider it for all of you park owners out there. Take a look at your park and say, could I do more? The answer is probably yes. Many of you doing a great job, but some of you might look around and get you there. It's time to open the doors to those folks and do the right thing, make the money, spread smiles, spread joy. There's never been a better time.
Wonderful introduction to her, Randy. It's so exciting when you can do the right thing that lifts everybody up. You can do the right thing for the right reasons, as you just said. And at the same time, it benefits you as a park owner. So I think we might be freezing up. I don't know, but I hope that everybody's
Yeah.
hearing this. Yeah, go ahead. I think I froze for a second.
No, I think you're good. Yeah, it's interesting because you and I have talked for literally months now saying that we thought there was going to be something different about 2024. You and I had that talk in 2023 about a different age of collaboration among vendors that may have been formerly competitors. So many walls have broken down, and really in the last couple of years, to my perspective anyway, demonstrably so. And you and I have found really on a daily basis in what we do with Evolve that the spirit of collaboration and wanting to join together, wanting to and never been more prevalent. And it's all coming to a head, I think, with the accessibility question. It's a great time to be in this industry because we've made so many great strides forward in so many ways as an industry. Let's push it the next level. Let's make it a focus. All of you operators out there, give it some thought. Look at your property. If you need some more insight, reach out to me. I'd be very happy to visit with you about that. Bridge the intro to Lorraine Woodward, or reach out to her directly. But we're all in this together. Let's solve it together. That's all.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing this. And it is a wonderful opportunity, or 7 million plus
71
opportunity,
million.
71 million
Right.
opportunities
That's right.
for everyone on all sides of the streets and the circle too. So thank you so much for sharing. Reach out to Lorraine, reach out to us, and I'll make sure all of her contact information is listed here. And we look forward to talking with everyone and learning more, and as we educate others. It's just kind of round and round we go. We just keep learning more and sharing it with you. So welcome to the collaboration circle, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much, Randy. Have a wonderful